Saturday. And beyond a left knee injury for Zakai, we don't have a further update tonight. We'll need to have time to do a scan. So we'll have updates later on in the week. Let's get things started with coach. Start here with Grant.
What's to say about your team to overcome an injury that early in the game and to play the way they did final 37 minutes?
Really proud of them. I mean, we've dealt with a lot of adversity this month. I mean, we have. When we thought we were getting rolling and then things have come up. But I think because of that, and I think last game, the game before, this team has shown a lot of resiliency. They really have. And I don't think at any point in time they've stopped believing in whatever guys that we have available. They're going to find a way to grind it out. And really proud of the fact, Julian came back tonight. Wasn't sure, and it's always hard when you're out like that. Josiah coming back again, and where he played a lot of minutes. But every guy that played tonight did a terrific job. Our front line was, they did exactly what we needed them to do. And Arkansas is a difficult team to guard. They put great pressure on the rim. They defend. They do a great job of analytically trying to force guys to their weaknesses and do a great job defending the three-point line. But we just felt like we needed to stay aggressive, try to, like we have been playing, and just proud of, again, we all hurt for Zakai. We know that he's hurt because when you're around him as much, and for him to stay down, he's hurt. And I think we all felt that, but yet the maturity with our senior class, and I think took over the game in terms of like, okay, this is what we got. We got to go do it.
Ryan, Jimmy, and Ben.
How'd you assess what Santi gave you all, both running point guard and then scoring a good bit of points as well?
Yeah, well, again, they were working him. They were working him pretty much all night long, getting him. They were really trying to take away his left hand and putting pressure on him. But I thought he got himself in a little bit of trouble a few times. But I thought Jamai, Shaq handling the ball, Julian, Josiah, all those guys, and we've talked about that. When those guys get the ball, let's not put so much pressure on one guy to handle it, and let's bring it down the court and get started. And we knew we had to continue to move, because if you get stagnant against Arkansas, they're already tough to play against, but you get stagnant, they're really difficult to play against. And I thought our movement was good, and defensively, the discipline that we showed for the most part for what we felt we had to do on the defensive end was good.
Rick, when Zeigler went down, did you feel like the team had a greater sense of, hey, we refused to lose after that?
I don't know if that were the case, Jimmy. I just know that they know me like I knew that if he stayed down that long, he's hurt. That's what I know they know. Because they know that he pops right back up every single time when he goes down. And I think they knew it was serious. I do. But I think the focus, the emotion didn't change. I thought they had a great demeanor about themselves. I think we've had a great demeanor really for all the games this year, and with terms of our preparation, our practice, and getting ready. And today, senior day, you kind of get out of rhythm a little bit because of things you do on senior day. But our seniors, they've been through a lot. But we, like I said, we felt all year with whatever we had to go into a game with that we could find a way. Because we truly believe in our defense and our rebounding. If we can do that, and as painful as it is scoring, which every team in the country is going through, everybody acts like it's just us here because you guys cover us. Teams struggle to score, and but the one consistent thing that we've done for the most part is defend and rebound, and hopefully we'll keep finding a way to score enough points to win games.
Rick, with Julian getting back out there tonight, just what you see from him, and I guess how important is it that him and Josiah being back coincides with now the situation with Zakai?
Well, I'm really proud of both of them, because both of them aren't totally 100%. I think it just shows you their toughness, that they're willing to do whatever they have to do right now this time of year to help their teammates, whether it's 2 minutes or, I can't look at the stats without how many minutes Julian played, but what did he play? 26. Yeah, I think it's great, that he and Josiah, because I don't think we thought that would happen when he came back, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we thought they would be able to come out, and both of them got tired a little bit tonight, and we know these guys, but Both of them are mentally tough, and they fought through it, and timeouts gave it a good time, a couple of different times for us, but the more they get back into it now, the more they'll get the rhythm back.
Mike, Rob, and Ryan.
Rick, you had a chance to talk with Zakai, and if that is something that lingers beyond tonight, do you know what you would like to do at point guard?
I did. I went in halftime after I got through talking to the team, and he was, he's such an unbelievable, wonderful person. But he had been crying, as you would imagine, because he was hurt. And he it's tough. It's a tough thing. Tom told me tonight. He tied Kennedy last year for the same amount of assists that Kennedy had a year ago, and it's just the way he's grown as a point guard and a leader. But with that said, we're going to continue. I thought Jamai Mayshak did a good job tonight handling the ball for us when he was in there. We obviously won't rely on one person to do it as much, which is fine. And we'll get Tyreek back, and we need him to get back, and we know what he's capable of. But we'll do it, I guess, by committee, if that's how you look at it. But we've always kind of done that a little bit the last couple of years.
You mentioned the efficiency of the bigs, just the development of Tobey and Jonas this late in the year. How positive has that been? How much has that raised your ceiling with it?
Well, they both have improved tremendously, and Tobey, his rebounding is special. He makes a great effort to go get it, but Jonas's length, and we thought it was going to be a big game for Jonas because we knew that we had to be really good in ball screen coverage, and there's been times this year he's gotten hurt with that, but I thought tonight he did a really good job with it, and we often have him playing a different coverage than the other bigs when they come up there. But when we asked him to go out tonight, and we tried to double a few times, and Uros came in and did a good job with that when he got settled down, Tobey. But as Jonas continues to learn to play quicker around the basket as Tobey, I think they're going to get that much better. I thought O had a great disposition about himself the last couple of games, and we need him to continue with that.
What does it say about Jamai's growth and confidence in the last month that he was able to play point guard tonight effectively?
Well, you know what, obviously he's taken advantage of the situation. He was valuable. You go back to our big wins. He's been a big part of them, and I think he would tell you that when Josiah came back, just himself mentally, he thought it was going to change, and it didn't have to, but he kind of checked out a little bit. But I told him, and I said, you can't do that. I said, you've earned a right to stay out here and play and do that. And I said, there's enough minutes for everybody. I said, you're versatile. You can play a lot of different positions, and you bring an element to our team that we desperately need, a guy that can really take great pride in. And he does so many things that don't show up on his stat sheet. He really does. He sees the court well. He's going to continue to get better and better offensively, but he's a big part of where we are right now. And we need him. We desperately. But you ask how far he's come a long way. He has, and you can see it he's confident. You can see it in his preparation now. He knows he belongs out there, and it's just a matter of him continuing to get better.
Coach, how you say it's going to be point guard by committee. How much has players like Jamai and Santi practiced playing the point guard this season?
They all have. And you think about it, Josiah and Santi were our point guards 40 years ago. They played it. When Josiah first came in, he did that as much as anybody because we needed him to do it. And along with Jordan Bowden at that point in time, I think maybe have one more year with those guys. But they all do it. They know what we do. Again, those guys have really good basketball IQ. They know what our offense is looking for. And we've always told them the more positions you can know from an execution standpoint, it's going to give you more chances to play. And I'm not going to count out B.J. Edwards either. He's a guy that talk about the improvement of those big guys. He's improved tremendously here in the last month, and I'm sure we'll need him going forward too.
Rick, beyond the emotion of it, obviously, when Zakai goes down that early in the game and you're pretty, I guess pretty clear he's not coming back, how much does that change the plan? Because there's other guys who can do things, but maybe nobody athletically quite like Zakai.
That's really a great question. In my mind, it didn't change the plan so much. I knew that Santi was going to have to carry a pretty heavy load, but even though Jamai, we knew that he could get it down the floor. We probably didn't run as much as we'd like to have ran tonight, but they have a lot to do with that. They're a terrific transition defensive team. They don't give you anything easy. They don't. They do a great job getting back and making you play against their defense. But again, I think because of what we've gone through and guys have had to adjust roles here or there, I just think that they have a confidence about themselves that regardless of what comes our way, we're going to find a way to work through it.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Don't forget that. All right. Have a seat. See what up.
You might need to get from Rick or Rob the audio. For piece numbers.
I didn't mean to be